So here's what we got going on. I know it's been a while, and I apologize for that. But I want to make sure that I'm making content that I want to make. And so the season has been over. It's kind of been a stressful life season. And I haven't done anything, as you can tell if you look at my channel. A lot has changed over the last couple of months. I took ownership of a new lease. I surrendered my old lease and gave it to a new guy who's a dad, and he's got a son. And so I had to give him all of my stands because they're too big to move, and it was bittersweet. It's been 4 years of me and my wife and my friends developing areas and maintaining trails and drawing in game, and it has been fruitful. It has been awesome. But we've got a new piece of property, and we've got new adventures to tackle, and it starts here. And so today we're going to build a blind. This one is only going to be off the ground about, I'd say, 16 inches. So it's not going to need a ladder, and it's going to overlook a swamp that I had a lot of success in. A lot of wild game walks through there, especially end of the year. So this is going to be more of an end of year swamp stand. That way you could come in with your rifle, reach out and touch things, not so much an archery stand. We're back here, way back here. So this is still kind of in the vicinity of where my original club was, but it's the east side. We had a gentleman drop out of the club, and it's so weird because I hunted this side a lot last year, had a lot of success, and I prayed for this area that I might be able to get it, never thinking in a million years he would not join. And then he texted me in April and said, Josh, I think I'm not gonna join the club. If you want my spot, you should put in for it. And so I did, and we took ownership of it in probably April or May. So it has been interesting. So this is the location that we're gonna put the box stand. I'm actually gonna move it down here a little bit to look over the swamp. And obviously it's very green right now, but in November and December, all those leaves will drop and it will just be perfect. There's Dad coming with 3 2x4s like a stud, 68 years old. Handsaw in hand. What do you think, Dad?
Yeah.
You gotta have Dad with all the tools. The right tool makes the job easier.
How's your yoga, baby?
Well, according to that lady that texted me earlier. This is all rescue wood. As you can see, our floor sits on a pressure treated pallet, and then we used a piece of 3/4 inch plywood that was painted. That doesn't matter. If I could go back and do this again, and maybe in the future when we do repairs on the roof itself, I probably would have used the main post being 4x4 posts instead of 2x4 posts. But we went back in with wedges and butted up to where the roof met the 2x4 posts, and it worked out great. All in all, this project took us about 5 hours the first day, and the following day I think it wound up taking us like 45 minutes in total, just shoring everything up, squaring everything up, and then outlining it with the screen. Well, a couple hours later, and we've got about 99% done, and it's getting ready to pour on us. Tin roof, chair. I got to put a cross beam across it and some burlap on it, but the majority of it is done. So we have finished the project. We're putting the final touches on it. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Thankfully, with my in-laws' help, we were able to build this thing out for $0. They had so much leftover wood that we actually, I mean, this stand will outlast us. This will outlast as long as I'm here. And because it's wood, you know, you got little pieces here and there that you could replace, but it's exactly what we wanted. We want some overhang, get away from the rain. A blind that you could easily turkey hunt out of, deer hunt out of, whatever, in a perfect location. You can see the overhang here, slightly tilted back, tin roof, come along the back. And you've got a little step right there. If you're bringing your kid out or something, my hope is that this stand blesses a bunch of people, little kids, older men, guys that can't hunt as deep as they wish they could anymore. And they'll be able to come and sit safe out of the elements and enjoy a beautiful sit on the swamp, which is down there. So hopefully this project gets you curious enough to innovate and see what you can come up with. Because I'm telling you, if I would have had to buy all this material, it probably would have cost me about $200 in material, including screws and things like that, pressure treated lumber. But you'd be surprised what you have laying around the house that can actually get you building something new. And so get out there, explore, and navigate the wild.